Hello. It's been a minute or two. It's been a while since I've been at the Woodland, not just since I haven't filmed. The reason I didn't film was because I've been suffering from quite severe depression, actually. I have some heart issues and I wasn't able to have any medication that would help me through the depression and sort of shorten that phase of my life. But I think I'm a good 90% over that now, maybe 95. So I am back, and I'm back at the Woodlands and I am roaring to go. And it's really changed here. It's really changed. Oh, I've really let it go. I mean, like a lot in my life, actually. I did really let it go. But moving on, it's a whole new year. We are on 7th of January, I think, as I film this. I'm planning to release it in a couple of weeks. So should be the end of Jan when you're seeing this. And it's pretty chilly here today, but I'm wrapped up very warm, as you can probably tell. Most of what I'm wearing is wool. I've got my wool coat on. Not probably the best coat for working in, but never mind. Actually, talking about working, the Lissi saga starts already. I'm always going to make some kind of mess up, and today's mess up was quite funny, really. It's always going to be an adventure with me because I make everything a challenge. And no one finds that more frustrating than I do. But my plan today was to come and just sort of survey the woodland and see how it is and what I need to be doing. My goal is to get it all ready for camping in the spring. I want to have friends come and stay. We've very much kept this woodland kind of to ourselves and just sort of shared it with one friend in particular. And a couple of people have been here, but no one's really had, I'd like a group of us to come and camp and stay for a weekend or a week or something. And the woodland really has never been ready for that. So this is where, I don't know why I'm shouting, I've got a mic attached. This is where my bell tent used to be. And my Arctic bell has been there as well. And now you would never know you could have ever got a tent there. My plan was to strim that today, but I forgot the strimmer batteries. I packed the strimmer, I charged the batteries, and I didn't realise until I got here, obviously. Oh dear. So instead, I'll stick with my plan of sort of surveying it, and then I'll see what I can come up with, what I can do. I don't want to waste a trip. I do want to actually get something done, even though it's not strimming back. Oh, there's a dog. I can see someone's doggy, I think. Yes, I can. I can definitely see someone's doggy. Let's go and investigate. There was another car down in the parking area. And hello. Hi. You're pretty. Bear with. No, they were walking off down the hill. I was hoping it was going to be some fellow woodland owners, but I don't know. Don't know who that was. Right. Just looking at the deck. I'm going to have a look around, take a bit of a tour, survey the damage, so to speak, and then come up with something to do to make the most of my time here. I'll try and, don't know if I can get some clearing done with no strimmer, but I did bring a rake-like thing. The gentleman, my rake went missing, so I bought another one. I popped down to Old English Tools in Faversham, and which is like my favourite store in the whole wide world. And I actually, it might be my joint favourite with the yarn dispensary down in Faversham. That's also my favourite store in the whole wide world. Anyway, helicopter. That's distracting me. This rake-like thing, I don't know what it's called. The gentleman at Old English Tools sold it to me after my rake went missing. And he said, what do you need it for? So I explained what I need it for. Brambles and things at the woodland. And he sold me this. Now I just call it a rake-like thing because I know it's not a rake, because he said, oh, you need a something something. So if you know what this is called, other than looking like a prop from a movie, can you let me know, please? I don't know what it is, but it's pretty awesome, and it actually does the job a lot better than a rake. So I do have this. I'm going to, first of all, pop this to one side and then have a look about. So we're going to go on a walkabout, and then we are going to see if I can actually start clearing, and I don't hold out much hope with no strimmer, so I do apologise. I will come back with said strimmer batteries. So far, there is nothing obvious that I need to take care of. No major fallen trees in the way of anything or anything like that. I've managed to find my path, which is always a bonus, and I'm very pleased. I wore lots of wool layers today. I don't know if I've said already, but it is, there's an oak I don't usually get to see much of. Wow, that's really clear. So it's about 1 degree above freezing today, so super pleased I'm in all my wool, including the wool skirt, which I made myself. Right, let's go down to the gully. Okay, so there is one large deadfall in the way, so I would like to at least clear an easy walkway through there. But there's also, what is that? That caught my eye from a mile off. And that'll be coming home with me. But other than that, I think we're okay. I'm gonna head back to camp and see what work I can actually get on with. Believe it or not, I'm actually way too hot. Right, let's get some work done. Started clearing a little bit of a pathway in. My skirt keeps getting caught on everything, but it's keeping me warm, so that's okay. I'll crack on, I think. It's slow going, but it's actually quite addictive. However, it is now time to take a break. Right, I am definitely overlayered for today's weather. I mean, it's cold, but I I certainly ticked that box. There's no way I'm getting cold today. Anyway, I do need my hat. My ears are cold. So if I look like a moron working in my hat, it's because I do have pretty nippy ears. And to be honest, this is never going to be a very aesthetic channel because, well, it's me. So I can't do anything very aesthetically. Let's just say that. I looked back at some of the footage of me working and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, stand up straight, you know, try and look pretty. Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? I'm a complete klutz. I always have been and I always will be. 42 years of into my life. It's not going to change now, is it? So what I actually want to talk to you about is the future of this channel. I have done a lot of thinking, I've done a lot of preparing over the last couple of months, and I know that this channel is not sustainable for me if it's 100% woodland based. But bear with me, a woodland adventure is not going anywhere. I'm keeping a woodland adventure. It's going to become a series. I don't think the Americans call it a series, but it's going to become a program within a channel, so to speak, much like old-fashioned television when we only had 4.5 channels back in the UK when I was a kid. And oh, my head's going off on a tangent now. I'm thinking about when Channel 5 was released and everyone called it the half channel. But anyway, back on track. It's just how my mind works. So, a woodland adventure is not going anywhere, like I said. It's becoming a series within the overall channel. The channel name will change. It's becoming a Lissi Adventure, and I'm going to incorporate a lot more than just the woodland. It's going to be lots more me in this channel. Sorry, I just hit the mic. A lot more me and a little bit less, not less woodland. There's probably that you can't get less than nothing, let's face it. So more woodland than you're used to. And you will see progress and updates, but I am going to come to the woodland without the pressure of filming, and I'm going to work and do bits and bobs here and not film, and you will see progress updates and you'll see some nice videos here in a series which I will put together as a playlist, and there'll be other playlists as well. There's also going to be, and I know I mentioned it in my last video, but I'm going to widen the scope, and I do lots of things like knitting. I spin yarn, I make my own clothes, I go on hikes, I do all sorts of things that I think actually are quite interesting to anybody that is interested in doing anything from scratch, like bushcraft, living a life closer to nature. And I'm also a little bit of a prepper, I would say. So I like anything where if the zombie apocalypse was to take place tomorrow, I like to feel I'm okay. And I think that's probably because I suffer from a little bit of anxiety, and to have those skills gives me a sense of security. I know the zombie apocalypse is not going to happen tomorrow, but it just makes me feel like I'm more secure, if that makes sense. If I've got skills where I can literally take the fleece off of a sheep and I can turn that into any clothing I like. So I knit and I weave and I spin my own yarn, and I want to incorporate that as a series within this channel. So like I said, the channel's becoming a Lissi Adventure. Therefore, I shouldn't need to change the name again. I know this is the second name change, so bear with me, but I shouldn't need to change it again because that can really incorporate anything. But it will still be very nature-based, and although I will be filming from home, it will incorporate lots of slow living, natural type stuff. But like I said, it's not going to necessarily be aesthetic slow living because there's not much aesthetic about me, to be honest. I'm just a klutz. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I won't change the name of the channel until I release the next video. Please be assured that I am back. I am not releasing this video that you're watching right now unless I have been to the woodland and filmed a second video. So unless I come back here and I continue with this channel behind the scenes before I release anything, I'm not going to release anything. So I know if you are watching this that there is more to come. It's not a one-off video, there's more to come. I also have plans to start filming the fleece video. The next video that you'll see will be at home and it's going to be fibre based. I won't give you too many spoilers, but my plan is to go through the process of making something from complete scratch and showing you that process. And I'm a big fan of wearing wool, and especially as I like to be out and about, it makes a huge difference in the winter. So I'll be standing outside and I'm roasting and other people will be standing there shivering. So I'm quite proud of my woolen knits and everything that I do to keep warm in the winter, and I think I'd like to share that with everybody. There'll also be, like I said, hikes. I will do some vlogs and just show you my life in general, but that's the way it's going to be sustainable for me. Hopefully you will come along on that journey with me because it's a new chapter and I'm very excited about it. Do need to get back to clearing that space, and I'm actually, even though I haven't got the strimmer and I've only got these, I'll meet my strimmer for the day. I think it's going a lot better than I thought it would. I'm pretty pleased. The next time I'm here filming, and if you're watching this video, this has already taken place, I will be working on this shelter. The wind did damage the roof that I had on there. It was never fully finished, but I have been at the point where I had supporting beams in and tarp over and some supports. It was all damaged. This is some of the leftovers of the roof. It was all damaged in a storm. So the plan is the next woodland video that you see will be the continuation or the rebuild of the shelter roof. The uprights are doing really well, so I'm really pleased with how they've stood up to the test of time, but I do want to get some kind of a roof on there. It does end up being a really nice sociable spot, so that's where we all hang out when it's when we are here. You know what? That was not bad at all for a pair of secateurs and a rake-like thing. Who needs electricity anyway? Don't need an electric strimmer, just a little bit of manual labour. Right, I am done for the day. I'm just going to sit here and try not to fall over. Sit here and survey my achievement for today. I'm really pleased I came. I almost cancelled today. I'm really pleased I didn't, because now I do feel like I've actually achieved something, which is lovely. My main goal for today was to just get here and break the ice on the whole being back at the Woodland thing and getting it started. And ultimately what I want is for our friends to be able to come and join us camping here. And every time people have asked, we've always had to say, oh, we just haven't been doing it, or it's really overgrown. And I'm pleased I started it in January as well, because it doesn't feel overgrown. And can you imagine clearing all of those brambles in the summer? Yeah, I'm really pleased I did it today. Right, that's it for me today. I will be back very soon with a new series within this channel. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe a fibre adventure, because it's going to incorporate all sorts of bits and bobs, but then I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Anyway, if you have made it to the end, thank you very much for putting up with all of my ums and ahs and my craziness. It is what it is. It's never going to change. It's just who I am. And I've been told I shouldn't keep apologising about it. So I'm not apologising about it, but I am. Anyway, thank you very much. Do all the like and subscribey things. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Take care, guys. Bye.